Hello, and welcome to Losing My Mind in the Forest, a series where I lose my mind in the forest, kind of like a diary, except I go out into the woods, talk to a camera, edit it, and put it on the internet for anyone to see. For no reason, other than I want to. Today I'm in the woods. The road is right there, but it's a little scary because the road is there, but there's no one around. I picked it that way. But then all of a sudden I heard dogs barking and I was like, oh, the coyotes might be around. No people is good, but there could be animals then if there's no people. It's a really pretty nice warm day. I don't have to wear my gloves. I wish it was snowing though. I always wish it was snowing. It's late in the day. It's not morning. It was my boyfriend's birthday yesterday, so made it difficult to come out here, but here I am. This episode is going to be it's going to be a philosophical one. I don't really have that much of a plan for it. I just know recently, past few days, I've been feeling more philosophical, which happens to me a lot. I went to school for philosophy, so that's just kind of the way my brain works. Sadly, it's hard having so much go through my mind all the time. That's philosophical. I sometimes wish I was ignorant to all of it and I could just enjoy my life, but I can't. I was born this way. Ever since I can remember, I've just been, I don't want to say a deep thinker, that sounds so egotistical, but I've been an observer. I'm definitely an observer kind of child. I'm not a child right now, if you can't tell. I'm no longer a child. Grew out of that. I think what always bugs me is the world could be a much better place. And all the evils of the world, they get to me pretty easily, especially when it comes to animals and stuff like factory farming. I think like 95 or more % of animal meat comes from factory farms. And when I learned that, I was very upset. I also don't want to ever come off like I'm virtue signaling at all in any of these videos. I'm not a great person. I'll never claim to be a great person. I try. I'm not that bad, but not great either. And I think, with everyone, you need to come from a place of understanding, and there's just reasons why people do things that it makes sense. And I think with all the evils in the world, there's really no one to blame. There's no one that you can point out and be like, we should get rid of them and then all of our problems will be solved. It's more complicated than that, which makes it worse. I'm a really big fan of Plato. Most people, I think, don't really understand him. He is a white dude, but I promise you he's one of the good ones. I think he was genuinely a good person. So was Socrates. Socrates and Plato are basically the same person. If you don't know that, they're the same person. I'm getting too complicated with it. But really, as a follower of Plato, I agree that we need to all be philosophers for the world to be any better. We need to examine our lives and work on ourselves. But it's hard. It's not like, oh, okay, that's all we have to do. It takes so long just to get a little bit of progress. And sometimes I think that's what life is about, is it's kind of like a school or maybe a prison where we can come here to learn and be better. But then sometimes I meet people and I'm like, they're not getting any better. They might be getting worse. And some of those people, they grew up in situations that made it really difficult to be a good person. I didn't, and I'm not that good. So what's that about, If the world didn't have all those evils, I wouldn't be as upset. I think, I don't want to specifically say what all the evils are, but I think you can guess. It's sad. It's and I can't do anything about it, so maybe I should just live my life and kind of be selfish in a way. I don't even think it's being selfish because I'm not really completely causing those evils. I'm not the reason for things. I mean, you can volunteer, you can do a lot of good, and I think that's a good place to start. But then again, you have to think of yourself a lot. I am a big people pleaser, and I have trouble being like, no, I deserve this. I should improve my way of living. I don't know. And then people say like we should eat the rich, which some of them, yeah, I agree. But some of them, they're nice. They just don't really know that it's wrong to own so much money, I think. I don't think they see it as evil. I think they see it as, no, I deserve this money and I donate a lot of money to charity, and if I don't have the money, someone else will. So I guess what I'm really getting at is if everyone in the world was a good person, think about how wonderful that would be. I mean, life is so simple. You really just need food, friends, shelter. It's not that complicated. I think a lot of people complicate life, and to me, I like to break things down and be like, no, it's not that complicated. It's a little complicated, but we could make life great for everyone. I truly believe that. Some may call me a dreamer. I am a dreamer, for sure. Sorry this episode is so deep and not specific, but it gets on my mind a lot, and I'll cry about it. I just want the world to change like really fast, and I think it's going to take centuries and centuries. By the time the sun blows up, that's when there'll be no evil. I have a pickle with our creator, if there is one. Why are psychopaths a thing? You don't think he could have gotten rid of that genetic? Why did that have to be a thing? I guess there's going to be a reason, but it's sad. Because all the people that really, maybe we should eat a lot of the rich because most of them are psychopaths. It's just so fucked up. I feel bad for them too, because they don't get to enjoy love, which is why we're here. Love is the only thing that really makes life worth living. So it's like no one's winning right now. The psychopaths have all the money, but they don't get any love. And then all the rest of us want to love, but we're too busy working and we're too busy struggling. And then don't even get me started with animals. I'm just a big animal lover. I can't help it. I was born to be one. Ever since I can remember, I wanted to be vegetarian. And I mostly am. I eat shellfish, and sometimes I eat dairy, sometimes I eat eggs, but I'm kind of loosey-goosey with it. I like to call myself a practical vegan, because sometimes it just makes sense. Like if someone gives you a cookie that has dairy in it, I'll eat it. The amount of animals that are killed and tortured, not just killed. I really do think it's a personal choice whether you want to eat meat or not. I do. I respect anyone's choice, but it's the factory farming and the torturing that kills me, where I'm like, no, that's not okay for anyone to do. If you want to eat meat, if you want to hunt meat, if you want to find ethically sourced meat, go for it. Go for it. I'm virtue signaling now, but and some people don't even have, the time or energy to care. That's what our society is doing right now, is we're too busy to care about anything. We're just taking it one day at a time. But I think there's some good in the world. I think there are people that are doing some great things and we just don't see it. So that's good. I have to remind myself of that. I have to remind myself that, it's probably 50% bad people and 50% good people, and I'm only thinking of the bad, but I just want the bad to completely go away. I just want it to be gone. I want the best for everyone. I really do. No matter who they are, I don't think anyone is evil to the core. I think they think what they want will make them happy, but it won't. or they're put into, you know, bad situations. And it's not their fault. So I can't think of a single person that I truly think is evil and that I hate. I just think people are lost, and it's understandable. And this is a really deep topic, and I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I didn't write down any notes. I had a slow start to the day, but I'm here now and I'm talking. I didn't shower today either, so my hair's a little messy. Let me change the scenery a little bit. Get you a different view. It's wet. It's wet. Finally, I get to sit on a rock. Honestly, talking to the camera has made me feel better. I feel like, there's good in the world, and I need to focus on that and just try my best. And, I think sometimes you need to improve yourself before you can help others. So that's what I need to work on. Anyways, my favorite animal is a shoebill. They're really cool animals. And if I had a ton of money, I think most of it would go to saving the shoebills because I love them that much. They're just the coolest looking animals I've ever seen. There's a lot of cool animals out there, and they're all gonna die. We're burning the world to the ground, and none of it is gonna really exist anymore, I think. Sorry, I'm negative. I think that's another thing I need to work on is bringing on the positivity. I'm generally like a happy, positive person from time to time, but overall, like my worldview is very negative. If you couldn't tell, it's pretty negative. And I think I need to have a positive view of the world and not ignore the evil, but look at it and say, I hate it, but there's nothing I can do to completely stop it. I think that's why I like to go out in nature and do these videos, because it grounds me. Just being out here, you realize your world is so small and you should just focus on your small world. And if everyone did that, we might actually get somewhere. And it's a really pretty, pretty world. It's beautiful. So yeah, I hope this one wasn't too deep. I know it was. And it was all over the place. But that's what I felt like doing. And on this series, I'm going to do what I feel like doing. And no one can tell me what to do with it. This is my own thing. What are the key takeaways here? To be more positive about the world. Try to see the light at the end of the day. To not be so hard on ourselves. And to work on ourselves before we can help others. And that my favorite animal is a shoebill. That's another key takeaway. Don't forget it. They're really fantastic creatures. They're creatures. They're not even animals. They're creatures. I would offer you snow, but you declined it last time. So no snow for you. It's dirty now anyways. It hasn't snowed in so long. Now I'm just sitting here in silence. I don't really have anything else to say. I should stop filming. But I'm kind of enjoying it. It's the first time where it's not too cold. I have to run back inside. I can actually sit out here. Thank you for watching. I post videos every Monday or Tuesday of me in the forest, losing my mind. And then once or twice a week, I post videos about fashion and clothing because it's a hobby of mine, and I'm working through how to make it an ethical hobby to have. Yeah, so stay tuned for those, or don't. I'm just really doing this for fun. I would love to do some ASMR. I watch a lot of ASMR before I go to bed. It helps my mind shut up. If you can tell by this video, my brain never shuts the fuck up. So if anyone wants to see me do some ASMR, let me know. I'll try it out. Thank you. Love ya.